Hare Krishna. ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. We will continue our discussion on the second canto, 10th chapter. We have discussed the 10 topics of Bhagavatam. Atra Sarga Visargasya Sthanam Poshnamutaya Manvantari Shanagata Nirodha Muktirashraya. So this is the important section. These are the two important shlokas of Bhagavatam which are telling about the topics which are going to be discussed here. Then we have seen that the right situation, when some explanation is given about this topic. So the third shloka, we'll just read the translations of the second. दशमस्य विशुद्धार्थं नवानाम् इह लक्षणं वर्णयन्ति महात्मानः श्रुतेन अर्थेन चाञ्जसा. We have seen that there are prayers also and there are pastimes also. Shrutena arthena. So, varnayanti mahatmanam. All these 9 items are actually indicating the 10th item that we have seen. And Bhutaman Pirindriyadiyam Janma Sarga Udharataha Brahmano Guna Vesham Jnat Visarga Purusha Smrita. This is the elementary creation. Now there is explanation about these creations. What is the 10 topics? This is the elementary creation of 16 items of matter, namely the 5 elements: fire, water, earth, air, and sky. These are the 5 elements, and then there are sound, form, taste, smell, and touch, and tanmatras, and then the senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and mind is known as sarga. This is primary creation. Whereas subsequent resultant interaction of modes of material nature is called visarga. So the bodies are created is visarga. So this is what Sukadeva Goswami is explaining, what he is considering as sarga and what is a sarga. And Sthitir Vaikunta Vijayat Poshanam Tadanugrahad Manmantrad Isha Manmantrani Sadharma Bhutaya Karma Vasana. So now what happened is now the remaining other topics are given in this way, which we have discussed. So Sarga and Visarga we have seen, and then what is called Sthanam, which flows. Sthitir is Vaikunta Vijaya. This is Sthanam, the pose. We have discussed this also. What is Vaikunta Vijaya? And Poshanam is Tad Anugrahat. How we are maintained by Lord's mercy. Sthiti Vaikunta Vijaya, Lord decides the boundaries and everything is according to the boundaries. And Manvantara Sadharma. When we talk about Manvantara, we are talking about Sadharma, establishing rules and regulations so that a living entity can elevate in his consciousness and reach the highest platform. That is the point. And then Uta is Karma Vasana. We are acting based on our conditionings, that is formed because of our karma. So that's why it is called Karma Vasana. Vasanas, they are the impetus which are making us act in a particular way, right? The right situational living entities to obey the laws of God and thus be in perfect peace of mind under the protection of Supreme Personality of God. The Manus and their laws are meant to give right direction in life. The impetus for activity is for desire for fruit work. He, I think we have to read this purport, and this is very important understandings. Prabhupada is telling the right translation. Again, we'll see the right situation for living entities to obey the laws of Lord and thus be in perfect peace of mind under the protection of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Manus and their laws are meant to give right direction in life, and the impetus for activity is desired for fruit work. And Prabhupada further in the purport he read, this material world is created, maintained for some time, and again annihilated by the will of Lord. The ingredients for creation and the subsequent creation Brahma are first created by Lord Vishnu in his first and second incarnations. And the first Purusha incarnation is Mahavishnu and second Purusha incarnation is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So the two incarnations Prabhupada is writing that's why. And then he says that the third Purusha is Kshirodaksha Vishnu, who lives in the heart of all living entities. Right. Now, he says Shiva is one of many sons of Brahma and he annihilates the creation. Therefore, the original creator of the universe is Vishnu and he is also the maintainer of the created beings by his causeless mercy. As such, it is the duty of all conditioned souls to acknowledge the victory of the Lord and thus become pure devotees and live peaceful in this world where miseries and dangers are always in existence. The conditioned souls who lack this material creation uh, as a place for satisfaction of senses and thus are illusioned by external energy of Vishnu remain again to be subjected by the laws of nature. And Prabhupada is also quoting from Bhagavad Gita, A Brahma Bhunar Loka Punarjuna. Then he says the only means to attain eternal life is to go back home, back toward it. And then further, because Prabhupada is explaining our creation and sub-creation. Now he's going to explain the he's going to explain Manvantara Ishanukatan. Now he's telling that the forgetfulness is so strong due to influence of Maya that the conditions do not at all want to go back home back to God because it's time immemorial. By sense enjoyment, they become victim to birth and death repeatedly and thus spoil their human life. So, to the degree we are doing sense gratification, we are destined to die. If somebody stops doing sense gratification, he will never die. he will he will be liberated. Even at least he will get Brahman realization, Mukti. That's why Prabhupada eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. And Prabhupada in the last part of his life, he stopped completely eating. He said, "Oh, I already finished. I have no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. So I am free from all these things." Prabhupada very means he said, sorry, eating, mating. He said there is no eating. I hardly eat anything. He's just taking some juices, and then he's not able to sleep because body is so much paining because of the skin was touching the bone. And then Prabhupada is there's no question of mating, and then Prabhupada said no defending. So I have all the four propensities are gone. That means if we give up sense gratification to the degree a person, that's why they go to Himalayas, take sannyas, do yogas and all, being in Himalayas. That's why in the cities it is not possible to yoga means the purpose is not solved. Purpose is we have to give up sense gratification. Then why you want to stay in cities if you want to give sense gratification? Why are you staying at home? That's why they have to leave home at certain age because that is not conducive for a person who want to attain self-realization. They may do something, some here and there, some benefit is there, but it's not actually completely needed. A person has to give up one day and understand the reality. And it is not possible for everyone to even understand that I have to give up things in one day. They feel it is very painful to hear only, oh, I have to give up one day. Yeah, if you don't give up voluntarily, we are forcefully taken from us. That's all. Things don't like I was telling to one of my classmates, right, you be regulated in eating. What is the logic? See, anyway, you are. I said you are. This is a machine. If you don't eat in a proper way, it will get damaged. And the answer was, see, your machine will also get damaged. Mine will also get damaged. Maybe mine will get early, and your will take time. Now, that is true, but still, we have to try to protect our body and do the needful. But ultimately, we have to give up only. There is no option. I say, oh no, no, I am very happy. I just want to be in this body for maybe 50 more years. No way. That's what Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, and Ravana, they all tried to become immortal. And they started praying also. But it won't work like that. Anyway, here the point is the sense gratification is so dangerous, but somehow we are so attached, we cannot give it up only. That is the unfortunate situations. We may say, oh no, I'm not doing sense gratification. It is not possible. We are material world means some sense gratification is happening only. If we are not with Krishna, something will happen. Or either person is Jivan Mukta or he is completely attached to the Lord where he is performing certain services. And next it is said that the directive scriptures made by the Manus in different ages and millennium are called Sadharma, good guidance for human being. We should take advantage of all the revealed scriptures for their own interest to make life successful terminations. This is also important. We should take guidance from for the human beings. We should be really serious about understanding because somebody has given it their distributed. We have to practice it, apply it. And the directive scriptures made by the Manu in different ages are called Sadharma under good guidance. And another important point purpose is the desire to go back from back to God and functions performed in the direction for the right path of work, which when such a regulative path is accepted, Lord gives all protection to his devotees by his merciless, causeless mercy, while the non-devotees risk their own life to blind themselves in a chain of fruitive reactions. And the last line is herein lies the intelligence of human being, and one should desire to perform the activities of life in that way. So, अवतारानुचरितं हरेश्चाशानुवर्णितं पुंसामीशकथा प्रोक्ता नानाख्यानोपबंहिता. It says that this science of God describes the incarnation of the personality of Godhead and his different activities together with the activities of great devotees. The science of God is described in the incarnations. That means we'll understand the Lord through his pastimes and different activities. Prabhupada writes a small purport, very nice. During the course of existence of the cosmic manifestation, the chronology of history is created, recording the activities of living entities. People in general have a tendency to learn the history and narrations of different men and time, but due to lack of knowledge and science of God, they are not apt to study the history of the incarnation, the personality of God. It should always be remembered that the personal creation is uh, always be remembered that the material creation is created for the salvation of living entities. This is the point. And this is Nirodho Syanusayamam. Nirodho Syanusayanam Atmana Sah अकृतिभिः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यतारूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थिति. So it is talking about Nirodha and Mukti. What is Nirodha? Nirodha, they is saying that Shayana Sanayanam. So it is the lying of sorry, a lying of the Supreme Lord. If Lord sleeps, everything is closed. There is nothing anybody can do. When Lord sleeps, you just have to wake up. And Lord goes very small, 300 trillion, 40 billion, no, 1000 Vegas only. It's not so much. Lord speaks, Lord says actually. So, Shamas and Shayanas. And then there is Atma Katha because Uh, sorry, this is what we understand. Lord sleeps, everything sleeps. Atma na saha sakti bhi muktir hitva anyata rupam swarupena yasya. So muktir hitva anyata rupam. So what should be happening in the after person attains mukti? That is swarupa. That is the real mukti actually. And then the last one is yeah. This is three shlokas which we have taken, and then Krishna again says, Niruddho, sorry, next, yeah, and the purport will take. The merging of living entity along with this condition living tendency with the mystical lying down of the Mahavishnu is called winding up of cosmic manifestation. Liberation is permanently situation of the form of living entities after he gives up the charitable, gross, and subtle bodies. We'll see what Prabhupada shares in his purport. Purpose writing. As we have discussed several times, there are two types of living entities. Most of them are even liberated or Nitya Muktas, while some of them are conditioned. The conditioned souls are apt to develop a mentality of lording it over material nature, and therefore the material cosmic creation is manifested to give them the even conditioned souls to two kinds of facilities. One facility is in the condition source. So here there are two paths. One is action, one is knowledge. But two paths is always there in scriptures. That's why we have karma yoga, jnana yoga. And dhyana yoga also comes under jnana yoga because there also the meditations are almost the same. And that's why they count. And here Prabhupada is clearly telling that liberation is permanent solution. That's why this is discussed. Okay, now as we have discussed several times, so karma and jnana are the two main things. And yeah, now very important point comes here. All the Vedic literature aim at devotional service to the personality God, and as soon as one is fixed upon this point, he at once becomes liberated from the conditioned life. The material gross and subtle form are simply due to the conditioned soul's ignorance, and as soon as he is fixed in devotional service of Lord, he becomes eligible to is eligible to free from the conditioned state. And then everyone is after some, yeah, this is a nice point. Everyone is after some pleasure of or of humor for enjoyment, but does not know the supreme source of all attraction. Raso vai saha rasam hi evayam ladvanandi bhavati. The Vedic hymns gives information every, but the scriptures source of all pleasure. So then आभासश्च निरोधश्च यतो स्त अध्यवसीयते स आश्रयः परम ब्रह्म परमात्मेति शब्दति. So we'll take last verse. Yes, so I think we have how many? Yeah, here. We will just take 10 till 10 and then we will do the tomorrow. Okay. Okay, we'll end for today. Tomorrow we'll